Well, cooking pork can be intimidating for a lot of people. They feel like they're going to dry it out if they don't cook it long enough.
I always dry it out because you're supposed to cook it to a certain temperature.
Make sure you don't get sick.
And then I dry it out. But this is no longer a worry because we have got food and lifestyle expert Kristina Vanni. She has got a perfect pork recipe.
It's just for you.
Just for me.
When you're doing dinner for friends and family, you want something a little special, but still simple enough to prepare without stressing. Today's recipe is perfect. It is so juicy and so flavorful. I think you're gonna love it. It's a traditional pork roast with pears and sweet potatoes. It's comfort food with a twist. First, let's preheat the oven to 450 degrees. We've got a 3.5-pound bone-in center-cut loin roast here. It is absolutely beautiful. Next, in a small bowl, mix 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh rosemary, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Rub the pork all over with a tablespoon of olive oil. The great thing about a loin roast, or any cut that comes from the loin, is that it's lean, but it's still flavorful. Then rub the mixture all over the pork. Place the pork bone side down in a large roasting pan like I have here. Roast for 15 minutes, then reduce the oven temperature to 350 degrees and roast for 15 minutes more. Now we add the Bosc pears and the sweet potatoes. I already cut and cored 3 pears lengthwise into quarters and prepared about 2.5 pounds of sweet potatoes, peeled and cut lengthwise into sixths. Now all you want to do is add the pears and the sweet potatoes to the roasting pan and nestle them around the pork like this. Stir to coat everything with the pan juices. This is smelling great already. I'm going to season this with a little salt and pepper. Now, while the roast is in the oven, you'll want to stir the sweet potato and pear mixture occasionally to keep it coated in the juices. The roast will be done in about an hour when an instant read thermometer inserted into the center of the roast reads 145 degrees. Did you know that 145 is the recommended temperature for pork? Cooking to 145 gives you incredible results. Tender, juicy, and never dry. Anyway, when the roast reaches 145 and the potatoes and pears are tender, you're almost there. Transfer the pork to a carving board. And then put the sweet potato mixture in an oven-proof bowl covered with aluminum foil. Let the pork stand for 10 to 15 minutes while you make the cider sauce, which is super easy and so delicious. Next, just heat the roasting pan on high. Then add a 12-ounce bottle of hard cider. And bring to a boil, scraping up the browned bits in the pan with a wooden spoon. Oh, that smells really good. Boil until the liquid is reduced to about 3/4 cup, which should take about 5 minutes, and then drizzle with 3 tablespoons of the cider sauce and sprinkle with a little chopped fresh rosemary. Serve the remaining sauce on the side. I love this dish, and if you want, you can substitute tart green apples for the Bosc pears, or you can combine the rosemary with sage and thyme. It's fun to put your own twist on a dish, and it's easy to do with pork because it's such a versatile protein. And again, this recipe only looks indulgent. There is just 5 grams of fat and 250 calories per serving. For more inspired ideas and recipes, check out porkbeinspired.com.
It's all in the way that you massage it.
You massage it and you rub it.
Treat it nice.
It starts to sound naughty after a little while. You know? First I massaged it and then I glazed it and rubbed it.
Dinner, that's it.